for Knicks Hawks, who do you have? I'll start. I've got the Knicks. I think that they've got. I think Tibbs is gonna come out, do his thing. I think their defense has been on point. I think Trae Young. I think amazing season by him. The Hawks in general have had a great season. I'm very interested to see what happens when Trae gets kind of a, some more Steph Curry kind of defense played at him. It's going to be his first playoff series. I think it's going to be a learning curve for Trae. I think the Knicks are going to take this one. I'm excited to see Derrick Rose playing some playoff basketball, baby. Now, I know we talked about it before. Mike mentioned it him briefly. Dude, what a pickup. I mean, there's a lot of teams right now that would love to have Derrick Rose as their sixth man. The Knicks have him. Like, what's crazy is that Knicks fans, no hate on Knicks fans right now. This is the season of the Knicks. I don't want to spread any hate towards the Knicks, but I do want to just say it's funny that Knicks fans were kind of 50-50 on Derrick Rose because they wanted quickly to be playing more and they thought Rose was going to cut into his playing time. But then ever since Derrick Rose joined that team, they stepped it up even another level. And dude, they're the 4 seed. I mean, credit to the New York Knicks. No one saw that coming. Like, that is a shocking season.
Yeah, the Knicks are balling out of control. Julius Randle has been amazing. RJ Barrett took a pretty nasty leap too. Nerlens Noel has been giving off Defensive Player of the Year type vibes. Who saw that coming? Yeah, I'm really excited. And like you said, man, the Derrick Rose trade, especially for the price that they got him for, was an absolute steal. I honestly thought Rose was going to end up getting traded to a team like the Lakers for the longest of times, but I'm happy he landed in New York, and I'm excited to see what they can do going forward.
I think it's very surprising that no one else pulled the trigger and made the move for him, honestly.
So
yeah, I wouldn't have minded the Pelicans getting Rose.
Yeah, I mean, he could help a ton of teams.
I actually am going to disagree with both of you guys. I know the Knicks are the sexy pick. Everyone wants to say that the Knicks are going to win.
I thought you meant on Derrick Rose for a second. I was going to say, hold on. That's my boy.
But still, hold on.
I know the Knicks are like the team. They're like the sexy pick. They are the big story of the East this year. Yeah, so guys, we are capping off the giveaway to the first 40,000 subscribers that turn on our notifications for the Laced Up podcast. All you have to do to enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X is subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to do us a favor, leave a like on the pod and let me know in the comment section down below when it's done. You'll enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
I'm going to say that Julius Randle I'm going to get hate for this. I'm going to say Julius Randle's better than Trae Young right now.
Dude, you're a Julius Randle stan. You really are.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the standum. I'm just saying you love him. Like, love him.
Am I wrong? You guys disagree?
So here's the thing. No,
he's been crushing.
Yeah, he's been awesome. And this is no disrespect to the Knicks, and I could be wrong, but you got Trae Young, John Collins, Clint Capella, Danilo Gallinari. You got Lou Williams, which I don't know. He hasn't been as good this year, but they got their veteran leader in the locker room. That could be a huge benefit to them, especially come playoff time. It's like a nice combination of young talent in addition to older stars as well. Like Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. Cam Reddish is still trying to figure it out, but DeAndre Hunter has been developing pretty nicely, although hasn't really been doing well from 3. I think that this team could surprise a lot of people. I made a really bold offseason prediction where I said that I thought the Hawks were going to be a top 4 team in the East. I obviously was wrong. They were the 5th, but they also have Bogdan Bogdanovic. It's just a really well-constructed team.
Who's going to stop Julius Randle, honestly? Because that's
probably their biggest problem.
You flip it around, ask the same thing with Trae Young, but I think it's.
The Knicks are a great defensive team. Yeah,
they're going to attack Trae Young.
And that's my thing. The Knicks specialize, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, right? The New York Knicks are a defensive team, and in the playoffs especially, it's a half-court game. If you're slowing down the other team, you're greatly increasing your chances to win. And it's not like the Knicks have it's not like the Knicks have a shortage of half-court creators. I think Julius Randle is going to be, just like you said, an absolute problem for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Randall, and then RJ picks
yeah,
his spots.
RJ,
And RJ waits for you. RJ's like the type of guy that could have 8 points going into the fourth quarter and drop like a quick 16 on you. Like he's always ready.
This doesn't get talked about enough. Trae Young's like one of the worst defenders in the league.
Yeah,
the New York
that's
Knicks
my whole thing.
Are going to attack him. You can't let Trae Young. If I'm the Knicks,
who is he guarding?
I'm putting RJ at point guard and I'm saying let's rock.
It's gonna be. I mean, you could just put Derrick Rose.
Yeah, you could just rock with Rose. Honestly, I mean,
prove me wrong, Trey. I would love it. I love good basketball. Not a Hawks hater at all. No matter what we say, apparently people think we're haters. Every time we're just picking one team to win right here. But regardless, I just think this is gonna be a good learning experience for a younger Hawks team. I think they'll get a lot out of this, and I think
that
the Knicks have some more veteran experience. And they've got Tibbs, who's going to be, game planning really well. And so I think that they're going to be winning this.
Just to reiterate, whatever happens this season for the Hawks is a success. We're not hating on
the Hawks,
guys.
Been a success.
Yeah, whatever happens is a success. So,
they would take this, before the season started, the Hawks would take this every time.
Yeah, I honestly think that the Hawks have their pieces already, and at this point, it's all about proper development. What's going to become of Cam Reddish? What's going to become of DeAndre Hunter? Onyeka Okongwu, are you going to be able to develop him properly? You have John Collins, you have Clint Capella, you have Danilo Gallinari, but you have Kevin Huerter. But the problem also is that Huerter, Gallinari, Chris Dunn, Clint Capella, Bogdan Bogdanovic are all dealing with nagging injuries. They're day-to-day, but they're still dealing with nagging injuries, and that should affect them during this playoff run. So it really depends.
Oh my God, their day-to-day injury list is crazy.
This probably sounds dumb too, but man, I would love to have Rajon Rondo right now over Lou Williams.
I agree.
But Rondo was not.
He wasn't. But
he did not want to be there.
Yeah. I would love to have an engaged Rondo over Lou Will. There we go.
Yeah. I agree with you there. He just was not in there mentally. We talk about teams like the Mavericks. We talk about teams that are what do they do next? They have these great players. What do they do next? The Hawks just have assets. They have young players that all could take a leap.
I honestly one of my earliest videos was me criticizing Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish teaming up together on Duke because I felt like one of them were going to get the short end of the stick during the NBA draft. And I predicted that player being Cam Reddish.
I thought because Cam was the third option that he wasn't showcasing his full abilities like Devin Booker, for instance, in Kentucky. And so that's why I thought coming into the draft, I was like, oh, maybe a team's going to, he's going to slip a bit and a team will get a steal out of a guy that wasn't able to play and showcase his full abilities because of Zion and RJ. But as of right now, it doesn't look like, Cam's panning out that way. But I mean, you've got nice surprises in Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter kind of, where was he drafted? He was the 19th pick and he's been overplaying that 19th pick spot, I'd say. You've got Hunter. Yeah. They've got a great young core.
It's hard to call the 10th pick the short end of the stick, too. I mean, all things considered, it's pretty solid.
It's going to be a great series. I'm excited.
Oh, no, I was just going to make a comment that, I think in this race, I don't know about you guys, I can't help but compare the Mavericks and Hawks. How are they building around Trae Young versus how are they building around Luka Doncic? Yeah,
I'd rather Trae's team.
Yeah, I think they're doing a much better job.
You'd rather Trae's team and freaking... Dude, you'd rather Trae's team, and the thing is, imagine Luka on the Hawks.
Championship.
Oh my God.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But there's so much better.
Maybe it was right there. It was literally right there.
Bro, Luka next to Gallinari, Capella, he has his lob target. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right there.
They drafted him, they took him, they had Luka. With shooters all around, defenders all around, wing defenders, wing shooters.
In Atlanta too. In Atlanta too, that'd be so much fun.
100%. That is going to come down as one of the biggest what ifs in NBA history. I'll say it'll probably go down. Luka continues at this career path, and Trae does too. I mean, Trae's killing it, but I mean, he's not who knows? You put Luka on that Atlanta Hawks team this year, we could be seeing MVP season from him.
I'm going to wait to see what Trae Young becomes when it's all said and done too, because it took Curry a few years to get his feet wet, and I think Trae Young's like what 21, if that. So
yeah, Steph came out after a few years in college. He came out after 3. Trae came out after freshman.
Trae would still be in college if he was going on Steph's career path. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off the judgment.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.